Alright guys, so welcome to this next tutorial. The goal of this tutorial is to consider how you can mirror not just a single part but a whole sub-assembly. To explain that, I want you to just have a look at my snow speeder here, and you can see that the engine assembly on the right is identical to the engine assembly on the left. So when I was building this, I made the decision that I would build the cockpit as one assembly, and then I'd make this whole engine and wing sub-assembly as another piece. Now, to save me countless hours then of having to assemble this left engine and all the wing, I can actually grab the right engine and wing assembly and mirror it over to the left. I can create a left hand wing if you like. So I'm not going to do it with this actual design because it takes too long to do, but what I want you to do is to go back and open up your assembly demonstration that you've been working on. So I want you to go back and open up this one here, which we did last lesson actually. And what we're going to do something similar where we're going to grab this entire assembly and show you how to mirror it to create a left hand side. So the first thing we'll do is we'll just remove the last wing that I put in there. So select it, right click and delete. That's okay, we can hit delete and then hit save. And then what we'll do is we'll then select all these components, mirror them about a plane out here somewhere in space, and then create a left hand side of this. So if I was going to name this as something now, I'd probably name this as assembly demo right. So this is the right hand side, and then I'll have assembly demo left over here for when I actually mirror to the left. So it's a little bit different from a straight body or single component mirror. There's a few more steps you've got to do. Alright, so whenever you've put something into an assembly, you'll see the parts here then appear as what we call components. They're no longer bodies. If I expand that there, all these bodies are sitting inside of this component. Alright, so what we're going to do is still use the mirror command, but before I go there actually, I just thought about this, I'm going to set myself a work plane out here somewhere in space that it's going to be my mirror. So go to my construct, offset plane, select an edge, select a face here, and then just drag a plane out there in space somewhere. I really don't care how far away, let's just make it 20 millimeters for argument's sake. That's sitting out in space, that's going to be the plane that I use to mirror all this about. Once you've done that, so step 2, go to create, come down to the mirror icon, and at the moment it's looking for a bunch of bodies. Let's change that to components, and then we can put a box around all those components, and then it stores those components in the box. So you can see it's selected 3. I could have also selected them there as well. Now it's asking for the mirror plane. It's pretty simple. You click on the box, click on this plane here that we just put in, and you can now see it's created a perfect mirror. We've got a right hand assembly and a left hand assembly. Click OK. But now we've got to try to get rid of this original right hand because I want to use this left hand assembly by itself. So to do that, you'll notice that there's these little chain links on the first 3 components of the original assembly. If we want to get rid of or remove these parts, first of all we've got to break the chain between this mirror and the original parts here. So what you do, you select the parts that were there originally, just hold down shift and you can select more than one at a time, and then right click, and then one of these icons here will called break link. So click on break link, and then the computer then goes through a little series of breaking those links, which I think it's done. Yes, the links have disappeared. And then we get rid of these 3 pieces then by clicking the top one again, hold down shift, make sure you get the right ones, don't get the left ones, and then right click. Don't delete them. If you delete them, you'll lose all the mirror. You just want to remove them from this assembly. Click on remove. They've now been removed from this assembly, and then you would save this as the left-hand assembly. So then I'm going to go File, Save As, Assembly Demo Left. The first one I should have called Assembly Demo Right. Then click on Save. Just going to do a wig out, go back there again. There you go, Assembly Demo Left. And then of course if I went back over to my other demo, I should still be able to see the right one. There it is there. So if I just double click on Assembly Demo. Any second now. There it is there. There's the original one, Assembly Demo. I might probably call that right. And then they've got the one for the left. You can now use that and assemble it with other assemblies to create whatever your final part might be. So just to recap, that's how to mirror an assembly to make a left and a right pair of something. All right, have a go at that. This is the proof that I'll see on your screen that you have completed that tutorial.